Hi everyone, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I wanted to share with you my process on how I write a feature-length screenplay, and it is called the 70 beat outline. Act 1 is 20 beats, Act 2 is 40 beats, and Act 3 is 10 beats, which equals 70 beats. I haven't been able to find much information on this actually, but it's probably one of the best screenwriting techniques that you can use. I've written about 4 feature-length screenplays so far using this technique. But that's not just the coolest part about it. It's the fact that this 70 beat system is the blueprint that can be applied to many renowned films like Jaws or Chinatown, Back to the Future, or even Casablanca. In this video, I'm going to be doing a general outline of this technique so you can get a basic understanding of what the 70 beat outline process is like. So as we know, or most writers just kind of want to go all in and dive right into the fun part, which is actually writing the film. However, this can pose a lot of issues later on, and it most certainly has. Like, imagine writing a 90 pages of your film, which is about an hour and a half of screen time, just to realize a major character should not be in the film.
Oh no, he's gone! Am I still in the film? Ah!
Then you have to go back and you try to fix it, and it gets worse and worse. And then you just realize you have to scrap the whole thing, and you're just like, I just wasted months writing that. And that's a devastating feeling. So I hope I can, at least help you with that by starting with like a blueprint, which is called the 70 beat outline. And so imagine you're making a building without having a blueprint first. What do you think will happen?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want the story to collapse in on itself. If there's something wrong with the foundation, the building is going to come crashing down. That's the same with writing. And honestly, once you actually have completed the outline, because everything is all set up, it'll actually give you more freedom later on to be creative. So I want to say, first things first, what's a beat? So a beat is an action that moves the story forward. Here's an example. John goes to the store, buys a candy bar, and goes home. That is not a beat because it's insignificant to the progression of the story. But say John goes to the store and steals a candy bar. That's a beat because it's an action that's bringing the story forward. Not that John went to the store and did a meaningless task, but something that's significant and brings the story forward. It has to push it forward, like John stealing a candy bar. You can also say John went to the store and sees his best friend that he hasn't seen in 20 years. But again, it's not that John went to the store, it's that he's seeing his best friend. You see what I mean? So here's an example of the 70 beat outline of the movie Chinatown, starring Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway. For the sake of this video, I'm going to use this as a basic guide on how to do an outline and a basic sketch of the story. So this is going to be the general 70 beat breakdown of Chinatown. So Act 1 is beat 1 through 20. Act 2 is beat 21 through 60. And Act 3 is 61 through 70. And the most significant beats, which is beat 20, beat 50, beat 60, and beat 70. So Act 1 of Chinatown. A private detective was investigating a high-ranking official for infidelity. Beat 20 is the end of the first act. That official was murdered. That's the beginning of the conflict. You see what I mean? The second act. The detective falls in love with the man's wife, who's the suspected murderer. So beat 50, he finds out that she was not the killer, but a much more sinister secret is revealed. Beat 50 is the turning point of the story. That is the twist that changes the trajectory of the story. So beat 60, he makes a decision to help her escape. Beat 60 is where the protagonist answers the question, should I stay or should I go? And that's the end of the second act. So the protagonist is making the decision if he should help her or not. And that's beat 60. So act 3 is the climax of the film. And beat 70 is the resolve or the conclusion. So beat 70, in this case, they didn't escape. And that's the end of the story. So watch the movie. It's Chinatown. I highly recommend it. So now, these rules are not set in stone, but this is just a guide to help you tell your story any way you want. 1,000 stories can be told from just a single idea. It just needs to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And this is a great way to help you tell your story. Thank you for watching.